Hi everyone! Continue tayo sa ating lesson about Grade 7 Math, Quarter 2, Module 4, Special Products. Ang nakaraang lesson natin is pinag-aralan natin ang product of two binomial gamit ang FOIL method. And ang pangalawa, product of sum and difference of two terms. Ang pangatlo is square of a binomial. So ngayon, ang pang-apat at ang panglima ang pag-aaralan natin. That is cube of a binomial and product of a binomial and trinomials. Cube of a binomial. For cubing a binomial, we need to know the formulas for the sum of cubes and the difference of cubes. Okay, so kailangan nating alamin yung formula ng sum of cubes and difference of cubes. Okay, meron tayong formula dito. A plus B cube is equal to A cube plus 3A squared B plus 3AB squared plus B cube. Okay, so ito yung formula natin sa sum of cubes. How about naman sa difference of cubes? And difference of cubes is A minus B cube is equal to A cube minus 3A squared B plus 3AB squared minus B cube. Okay, so tatandaan nyo na ang difference lang nila is ang second term is subtract and ang last term is subtract. Para matandaan natin, pag-aralan natin itong mga steps kung paano natin na-arrive ang ating formula or ang ating sagot. Sa sum of cubes muna tayo. So that is A plus B cube is equal to A cube plus 3A squared B plus 3AB squared plus B cube. Okay, so paano ito nangyari? First, cube the first term. Ano ba yung first term natin? Si A. So, i-cube natin si A. That's why A cube. Second, add the square of the first term. So, i-add natin ang square ng first term. Ang first term natin is A. So, that's why A squared times the second term multiplied by the second term. So, ang second term natin is B. That's why A squared B kasi multiply natin sila and then times 3. So, i-multiply natin siya sa 3. Kaya 3A squared B. Next, add 3 times the first term. Okay, so 3 times the first term na si A and then the square of the second term. So, times the square of the second term. So, ang second term natin is B at square natin siya. Kaya 3AB squared. And then lastly, add the cube of the second term. Ang second term natin is B. That's why plus B cube. Ngayon, sasagutan natin ang ating example gamit ang ating formula. Okay, so meron tayong example dito, x plus y cube. Ano yung unang gagawin natin? Ang ating first term is i-cube natin siya. So, ang first term natin is x. So, ang sagot natin is x cube. And then plus, ano yung susunod na gagawin? Ang susunod na gagawin natin is i-add natin ang square of the first term. So, ang square ng first term is x squared multiplied by the second term, x squared y, okay, times 3. Okay, so dito natin ilagay si 3. Kasi times 3, so square of the second term multiplied by the, square of the first term multiplied by the second term times 3. Kaya 3x squared y. Plus, add 3 times the first term. So, ang first term natin is x, so multiplied natin siya 3, tapos ang first term, and multiplied by the square of the second term. So, ang second term natin is y. So, y squared. Plus, lastly, add the cube of the second term. So, ang second term natin is y. So, i-add natin ang kanyang cube. So, that is y cube. Okay, so meron na tayong sagot agad. X cube plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cube. Okay, so kung alam mo ang special product na ito, kung alam mo ang sum of cubes, masasagutan mo na siya agad kaysa gagawin mo yung long process of multiplication. Okay, so gagawin natin yung long process of multiplication para makita natin kung ano yung difference nilang dalawa. Okay, so x plus y cube, ibig sabihin si x plus y, i-multiply mo sa kanyang sarili 3 times. So, ito muna ang unahin natin, 2 times muna. So, y times y is equal to y squared. plus y times x is equal to xy. And then, si x naman. So, x times y is equal to xy plus x times x is equal to x squared. Okay. So, bring down y squared. Hindi na makita sa baba. Okay, bring down natin si y squared plus xy is equal to 2xy plus x squared. Okay, so x squared plus 2xy plus y squared, i-multiply na naman natin siya sa x plus y kasi 3 times kasi cube ang ating exponent. Okay, so i-multiply naman natin siya sa xy. So, y times y squared is equal to y cubed. And then y times 2xy is equal to 2xy squared. And then y times x squared is equal to x squared y. Okay, o di ba nakakalito? Pero kapag alam mo yung iyong sum of cubes, automatic na meron ka ng sagot. Okay, pagpatuloy natin. So si x naman. X times y squared is equal to xy squared plus x times 2xy is equal to 2x squared y. Okay, so 2x squared y. And x times x squared is equal to x cubed. Okay, so i-add na natin siya. So x cubed plus x squared plus 2x squared y plus 2x squared y is equal to 3x squared y plus 2xy squared plus xy squared is equal to 3xy squared plus y cubed. Okay, pareho ba sila? So, x cubed, 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. Okay, so pareho lang sila pero napakatagal ng process mo kapag ganito ang gagawin natin. While kung alam mo yung special product natin na ito pala is a sum of cubes, madali ka na lang makasagot gamit ang mga steps na gagawin mo. Okay, so nakita nyo ang kaibahan, napakahaba ng process kapag nag-multiply ka ng iyong sum of cubes. While kung alam mo yung process, meron ka na agad sagot. Okay, so second example tayo. X plus 4 cube. Okay, ang first natin is i-cube natin ang ating first term. So ang x ang ating first term, so that is x cube. Plus, i-add natin ang square ng first term multiplied by the second term times 3. So, i-multiply natin ang ating first term, ang square ng first term sa ating second term. So, ang first term natin is x, tapos i-square natin siya. So, x squared multiplied by 4 is equal to 4x squared. Okay, so ipakita natin. So, x squared, kasi i-square natin ang ating first term multiplied by the second term. So, times 4. So, x squared times 4 is equal to 4x squared. And then, times 3. Okay, so i-multiply natin siya sa 3. So, 3 times 4 is equal to 12. Kopyahin lang natin si x squared. So, 12x squared. Okay, so isulat na natin si 12x squared dito. Ito na yung second term natin, 12x squared. Next tayo, so add 3 times the first term. Okay, so 3 times the first term. So 3 times the first term natin is x times the square of the second term. So ang second term natin is 4. So i-multiply natin ang kanyang square kasi i-square natin ang kanyang second term. Okay, so 3 times the first term times the square of the second term. So i-multiply na natin siya. So 4 squared is equal to 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is equal to 16. And then 3x, 3 times x is equal to 3x. So i-multiply natin siya. 3 times 16 is equal to 48. So 48x. Okay, so 48x ang sagot natin dito sa sunod. And then lastly, i-add natin ang cube ng ating 4 or ng ating last term. So, ang cube natin is 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, so 4 times 4 is equal to 16. 16 times 4 is equal to 64. Okay, so 64 na yung sagot natin dito. Ito na yung sagot natin sa ating pangalawang example. So, x cubed plus 12x squared plus 48x plus 64. Okay, last example tayo. So, 2b plus 3c cubed. Okay, so ang first na gagawin natin is i-cube natin ang first term. So, ang first term natin is 2b. I-cube natin siya. So, 2b cubed is equal to, ibig sabihin ng 2 cube is 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2 is equal to 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So, 8b cubed. Okay, so ang sagot natin dito is 8b cubed. Next is add the square of the first term. So, i-add natin ang square ng first term. Ang first term is i-square natin times the second term. Ang second term is 3c times 3. Okay. So, add natin ang square ng first term times the second term times 3. Okay. So, 2 squared is equal to 4b squared multiplied by 3c. Okay. So, i-multiply natin si 3 times 3 is equal to 9c. So, 4 times 9 is equal to 36. Okay. So, 36, kopyahin lang natin ang ating mga letters. So, b squared, c. Okay, so 4 times 9 equals 36 and then b squared tapos c. Okay, so ito na yung second term natin. 36b squared, c. Sunod natin na step is i-add natin 3 times the first term. So, 3 times the first term natin is 2b. And then, times the square of the second term. So, ang second term natin is 3c, square natin siya. Okay, so 3 times 2 is equal to 6b. Multiplied by 3 squared is 3 times 3. So, 3 times 3 equals 9c squared. So, i-multiply natin. 6 times 9 is equal to 54. And then, kopyahin lang natin ang ating mga letters. So, 54b c squared. Okay, so ang sunod natin dito is 54b c squared. Plus, ang last step natin is add the cube of the second term. So, ang second term natin is 3c. So, 3c, i-cube natin si 3c. Okay, so 3 times 3 is equal to 9. And then 9 times 3 is equal to 27. Okay, so 27c. Kasi 3 cube is 3 times 3 times 3. Kaya 27c. So, ang sagot natin sa ating third example is 8b cube plus 36b squared c plus 54b c squared plus 27c. Okay, tapos na tayo sa sum of cubes. Dito naman tayo sa difference of cubes. So, ang formula natin, a minus b cube is equal to a cube minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cube. Okay, so ang difference lang talaga is ang second term at ang last term natin is subtraction ng ating operation. Okay, so ito yung steps. Number 1, cube of the first term. So, ang cube natin, i-cube natin ang first term. And then number 2, subtract the square of the first term, okay, times the second term times 3. Okay, so i-subtract natin ang square ng second term multiplied by the ang square ng first term multiplied by the second term times 3. And then add 3 times the first term times the square of the second term. So i-add natin ang 3 times the first term multiplied by the square of the second term. And then lastly, subtract the cube of the second term. So, i-subtract natin ang cube ng second term. So, second term natin is b. So, that's why minus b cube. Okay, so ngayon intindihin natin siya sa pamamagitan ng ating example. So, meron tayo ditong p minus r cube. Okay, ang first step natin, i-cube natin ang ating first term. So, that is p cube. Subtract the square of the first term times the second term times 3. Okay, so ang first term natin is i-square natin siya. So, p squared times the second term na r and then times 3. So, minus 3p squared r. And then next is add. Okay, add 3 times the first term. So, 3 times the first term Okay, so 3p times the square of the second term. So, si second term naman yung i-square natin. So, that is r squared. Lastly, subtract the cube of the second term. So, r cube. Ito na yung sagot natin. P cube minus 3p squared r plus 3p r squared minus r cube. Okay, madali lang kapag mga variables talaga yung isolve natin. So, dito naman tayo sa merong constant or merong mga number. 3n minus 4s cube. Okay, ang first step, i-cube natin yung first term. So, 3n squared, 3n cube is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 kasi cube. So, 3 times 3 equals 9 times 3 equals 27. So, 27 n cube. And then next is, isubtract natin ang square ng first term times the second term. Square ng first term is 3n squared multiplied by the second term na 4s and then times 3. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9n squared multiplied by 4 times 3 is equal to 12s. Oops, 12s. So ngayon, i-multiply natin ang ating mga constant. So 9 times 12 is equal to 108. So 108, kopyahin natin ang ating variable na n squared at s. So n squared s. So, ibig sabihin, ang second term natin is 108 n squared s. Okay? So, 108 n squared s. Ngayon, sa third term na tayo. So, add 3 times the first term. Okay? So, 3 times the first term, which is 3n. And then, times the square of the second term. So, ang second term is 4s. I-square natin siya. Okay, so 3 times 3 is equal to 9n multiplied by 4s squared. So 4 squared is equal to 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 equals 16s. So ngayon is i-multiply na natin si 9 at 16. So 9 times 16 is equal to 144 and then walang squared si s. Okay, so n s squared. So, ito na yung third term natin. 144 n s squared. Lastly is i-cube natin ang ating last term. So, ang last term natin is 4s cube. Okay, so i-cube natin si 4. So, 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 times 4 is equal to 64. Okay, so minus 64s cube. Okay, so ito na yung sagot natin. 27n cube minus 100n squared s plus 144n s squared minus 64s cube. Okay, so third example tayo. T minus 5 cube. So, i-cube natin yung first term. So, that is t cube. Subtract. Okay, so i-subtract natin ang square ng first term. So, t square times the second term na 5 times 3. Okay, so 5 times 3 equals 15 times t squared is equal to 15t squared. Okay, so minus 15t squared. And then next is i-add natin 3 times the first term. So 3 times the first term, so 3t times the square of the second term. So 5 squared. Okay. So, 5 squared, so 5 times 5 is equal to 25. And then, 25 times 3 is equal to 75t squared. So, 75t lang pala, wala pala itong squared kasi si 5 yung na-square natin. So, plus 75t. And then, lastly, subtract the cube of the second term. So, second term is 5. So, 5 cube is equal to 5 times 5 times 5. So, 5 times 5 is equal to 25. 25 times 5 is equal to 125. Ganito lang kadali ang cube of a binomial natin. Basta tandaan natin yung sum of cubes and difference of cubes. Ang susunod nating pag-aaralan is about product of a binomial and a trinomial naman. Basta tatandaan nyo lang yung bawat formula ng ating special product, masasagutan nyo agad ang ating multiplication of polynomial. That's all for today's video, guys. See you on our next lesson. Bye!